Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video came about after a discussion in my Patreon-only Discord. One of my patrons was debating on what commander to build next, and I came upon the idea that one of his choices would be a great political commander. He agreed and built his own version of the deck, but I was also inspired to build a political version of Vaevictis Asmadi, the Dire. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Vaevictis Asmadi the Dire is a 6-mana, 6/6 legendary elder dragon with flying. Whenever he attacks, for each player, we choose a permanent they control. Those players sacrifice those permanents. And then, each player who sacrificed a permanent reveals the top card of their library. If it is a permanent, they put it onto the battlefield. Okay, so forced sacrifice is never nice, especially when you can do it every single turn. I've mentioned before in some of my videos that the biggest thing that makes an aristocrat's deck mean is running Grave Pact. So how can we make a deck that forces people to sacrifice permanents a fun, political commander? By giving our opponents permanents to sacrifice. There are a bunch of cards in Magic that create permanents for every player on the battlefield. Some are meaner than others, but how will we know which cards to cast depending on the situation? It's not like we can sideboard them out or anything. Well, don't worry, dear viewer, I've thought of a solution for that as well. Also, since this deck is still in the concept phase, I tried to keep it under $100. There are a few cards that push us over that threshold, but all of those are staples that go into lots of decks. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from new sponsor, T-Fury. For almost 10 years, I've been a loyal customer of T-Fury, and I'm so happy to finally be sponsored by them. No, seriously, my first order with them was in May of 2016. Every day, T-Fury has new shirts for sale that are discounted because they are print to order. They take care of their artists, have great customer service, and their designs are wonderful. If you feel that you need more pop culture or geek wear, go check them out. But be sure to click the link down below so they know who sent you. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm streaming on Gaming with Danon as well as Twitch. Sometimes I'm building commander decks, other times I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV, but you're always welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. Our land base consists of Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Savage Lands, Dragon Skull Summit, Rootbound Crag, Woodland Cemetery, Sulphurous Mire, Highland Forest, Woodland Chasm, Geothermal Bog, Wooded Ridgeline, Haunted Mire, Smoldering Marsh, Cinderglade, Vernal Fen, Canyon Slough, Sheltered Thicket, Festering Thicket, Rakdos Canarium, Gruul Turf, Golgari Rot Farm, Bajuka Bog, 5 Swamps, 4 Mountains, and 8 Forests. You'll note that a lot of our lands are typed. You'll see why in just a second. Our mana ramp package consists of Descent into Avernus, Edge Rover, Marching Duodrone, Ignoble Hierarch, Sakura Tribe Elder, Sol Ring, Arcane Signet, 3 Visits, Nature's Lore, Farseek, Rampant Growth, Cultivate, Kodama's Reach, Skyshroud Claim, and Solemn Simulacrum. As you can see, a lot of our ramp cares about land types, which is why I ran so many typed lands. Hooray for synergy! Our card advantage package consists of Big Score, Unexpected Windfall, Thrill of Possibility, Demand Answers, Laughing Mad, Aid from the Cowl, Haunted Crossroads, Eternal Witness, Faithless Looting, Harvester of Souls, Moldervine Reclamation, and Scheming Symmetry. Lots of ways to dig through our deck and choose which cards we can pitch to our graveyard or cast. This is the way. For interaction and spot removal, we've got Mog Infestation, Fade from History, Fateful Showdown, Bedevil, Assassin's Trophy, Beast Within, Abrade, Terminate, Return to Nature, Rakdos Charm, Reclamation Sage, and Chaos Warp. Lots of ways to remove annoying permanents. Our board wipes consist of Blasphemous Act, Toxic Deluge, Chain Reaction, and Crux of Fate. A couple of extras because our commander is 6 mana, so it may be a bit before we can cast him, but that doesn't mean our opponents get to have a board either. The core of our deck consists of Awaken the Erstwhile, Bloodvial Purveyor, Elephant Mandrill, Goblin Spymaster, Grismold the Dreadsower, Kamal Summons, Liege of the Hollows, Ride of the Raging Storm, Rankle and Torbran, Death by Dragons, Itali Primal Storm, Zeotora the Incinerator, and Beladros Witherbloom. Lots of ways to make extra permanents, plus a couple of big dragons that help us close out the game. Supporting our plan, we've also got Grave Betrayal, Wolfgar of Icewind Dale, Swiftfoot Boots, and Lightning Greaves. Gotta protect our commander after all. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 54 mana sources split between 39 lands and 15 pieces of ramp. Hi, I know, but don't worry, I'll explain it. 12 pieces of card advantage, 12 pieces of interaction, 4 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Bojuka Bog and Rakdos Charm, no sudden I win cards, but lots of fun ways to make the game more interesting. I built this deck with flexibility in mind. A card like Bloodveil Purveyor means we can have each of our opponents sacrifice an artifact and then flip over something new. If they're lucky, they get to replace an artifact token with a creature, land, or something permanent. If they're unlucky, they only lost an artifact token. An artifact token they didn't even make in the first place. So no loss for them. But if our opponents want to be mean, we force them to sacrifice something valuable. So since most of our card draw allows us to discard things in favor of digging for new cards, we're given a choice. Do we pitch helpful cards? Cards that create tokens for our opponents so we can force them to sacrifice a permanent they aren't mad at us? It is completely up to them. Do you have a Vaevictis Asmadi the Dire commander deck? What's your secret deck tech? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to Mentor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also want to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons. Waffles, Jiraiya, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alix, Conga, Robert Pye, Kazaris, Patrick, Tiz, Art, Richard, Boomy, Osser, Justin, Goldenwalker, Captain Hammer, Sleech, Mr. Salty, Daniel Zombie, and Black Dragon. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.